Alright, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and get your paper set up for your Zentangle art project. I have this example right here for you to see. This is a vertical art project because my lines are going from the top of my paper to the bottom, and I have about 20 different patterns in this artwork. As an artist, you can choose to do vertical lines. You could also choose to do horizontal lines. Either way, it is your art. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my paper and decide that for this one, I think I'm going to do another horizontal artwork. I'm going to use a Sharpie, and I'm just going to draw lines across my page that are a little bit curvy. This is your art. You get to do it your way. One of the things that this reminds me of is the project called Art Solutions that we did at the beginning of the year. These wavy lines are going to let us squeeze in some patterns, all kinds of different styles. You get to explore, you get to create your own. Almost to the bottom here, and my art is ready for patterns. Boys and girls, I would love it if you could find a nice fine point, ultra fine point Sharpie for this project. If you don't have a Sharpie, a pen would work just fine. Anything that actually has a nice thin point so that you could get nice thin lines and details. Now I can go anywhere on my artwork. I can start with any pattern. I can start with something simple or advanced, but what I want you to do is fill that whole section with the same pattern, just like I did in here. You can see these patterns, some of these are a little bit more difficult. I'm going to also post a website where you can find some of these easy patterns and even some of the challenging patterns. So I guess to get started, I'm just going to pick somewhere in the middle because that's what I do. I like to sometimes start in the middle. I'm going to do something very easy, which is just drawing stripes. Now if I pay attention and focus, I can get my lines really close together. And I would fill this entire pattern pocket with simple, straight lines. So after I'd completed this area with straight lines, I would pick a different pattern for this area. Then I would pick a different pattern for here. I would pick a different pattern for here, so that I can end up with artwork that looks something like this. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to get back to work on my pattern that's happening here with my dots and my spirals. And you can get to work on yours.